particular blend has top notes of peach, mandarin, rosewood, berry, galbanum, and grape, with floral middle notes, which is what's gonna be the most prevalent at the middle notes, which are a very floral middle notes with notes of jasmine, lily, rose, I think too, but base notes of amber, tonka, vanilla, cedar, and sandalwood. Like I said, this one, the floral notes, the middle notes, which are what's going to be the lasting scent that you smell the most. So this one is kind of girly. But anyway, what we're going to be doing is a confetti. Going to leave me with some extra because we have the displacement from what the soap shreds that I'm going to be putting in here. So I had a silicone mold off to the side that I used, and I added some of the because it's a mold that I need for a future soap design. So, and then I have another one sitting off to the side because I'll probably need it as well. But we're going to go ahead and add our fragrance oil. This one's really well behaved. Generally, even with all the floral notes, it doesn't discolor, or and even the notes of vanilla, it does not discolor or accelerate. But I've been there a little bit while I was filling that mold up. This little column silicone mold that's going to be for a soap that I have planned for soon. But so this is really cool. This is good. So I have some titanium dioxide that we are going to be adding mixed with distilled water to lighten this up a little bit so the soapy shreds come out more so we can see them better. And because it is titanium dioxide, we are going to need to stick blend this up just a little bit. So that's good. I didn't want to lighten it up a ton, so that's why I did not use very much titanium dioxide. But I'm also adding some really cool, I have some soapy balls. They're just balls that I have made out of extra soap dough and formed them into balls, and then I dusted them with electric blue mica from Nurture Soap, and we're going to add those in. You can kind of see. We're going to be adding those in once I get it into the mold. We'll pop a few in, but right now we're going to add our soapy shreds. And these are just whenever I have samples that are too small or just extra pieces that I've bars that may have gotten damaged or something, save them and then we shred them up and we make a confetti soap. And I say that like I've done it all the time. This is actually only the second time I've done this. Before, when I would use my soapy shreds, I would actually make a soap for us, rebatch soap. But I hate doing it. It's like, I don't know why, but I just don't like it. I do not like it at all. You use a crock pot, and to me it seems like it's just so time consuming that I just don't bother. And I found this was a much prettier way to use up all these soapy shreds. So looks like it may take all of them. We'll see. I have a couple molds sitting over here if it won't all fit in my brambleberry mold properly. All of you guys get in the pool. So, I have been out in the garden a ton. I'm hoping to make some more videos on that. If you are interested in self-sufficiency homesteading, the other part of what we do here, the soap is what supports our love of goats. But today it is icky and rainy and like 95% humidity, which makes it kind of hard to breathe outside. So decided to, I needed to get back in the soap studio anyway and make some soap. So alas, here we are making soap today. And it's just one of the things I do to make, that makes the day so much brighter to get something done. So that's so fun for me to do, like making soap. All right, we'll get this poured into our brambleberry mold. I love this mold. I like all of my other silicone mold too, but this one, I don't know, it's just, I love the size bar that comes out of this. And like I knew this wasn't gonna all go in here, so I'm going to tap this down and we'll be right back. Add my little balls. I forgot about that, so I'm just gonna tuck them and then we'll smoosh them down in a second and see how many I can get in here without it spilling out all over the place. I might just leave them on the top. It's kind of cool. But then I wouldn't be able to do the drizzle I wanted to do on the top. We shall see how this works out here. All right, so got all those in. We'll put them down. And this is why we wear gloves. And this is new too, I've never done this before. So we'll live and learn. We'll see how this works out. I'm gonna tap this down again. Spoon, and just pull up a little bit on the sides here to create a little more texture on the top of this one. Good times. And I'm gonna see if I can knock down some of these peaks that do a little swirl on the top. We'll see how that looks. I don't know, once you start messing with it, you just wish you hadn't. So let me undo what I just did. Mostly. I have to say this is one of my, I used to not be a huge fan of very overtly feminine scents, but this one has grown on me and it is a customer favorite. It sells very well for us and I would kind of like it. Actually, I really like it. I can't say I don't like any of our soaps or I wouldn't make them. But there are ones that you generally gravitate towards, and usually I gravitate towards all the ones that are earthier, and I really dig like the groovy patchouli that we have. But I don't know, as I've gotten older, I've started to like the more feminine ones, the florals, more so than I used to. But anyway, so that is our confetti soap all done, and we will be back tomorrow in about 24 hours, depending on if we have a lot of rain. We'll see, maybe sooner. And we'll be back and we will cut it up and see what it looks like on the inside. Okay, so we are back. It has been well over 24 hours since I made this, but kind of got distracted, but I'm really excited I had to come out here and do this after a extremely stressful day, although we are feeling very thankful, but still very extremely stressful and haven't gotten much sleep. But I really wanted to see what was how this turned out. So no matter how tired I am and how late it is, I had to come out here and cut the soap. So without further ado, let me see what this looks like on the inside. Oh, how cool. All right, that's kind of neat. That's the first time I've ever done the little soap dough balls like that. And that particular one is so cool. All right, so I hope I have this set properly, which I don't think I do. Hold on. Get back in there. Okay. Isn't that cool? All right, so stressful because last night, and there's a bigger one on the back. Awesome. We had a tornado come over our property. And I say over because I can almost guarantee I don't think it hit the ground. I think it went over because of all the tops of our trees. We live on about a little over 1.5 acres. Our house is about the only one on our entire street that has a lot full of trees. It was the original property, and then the pieces were sold off, and people, on the smaller lots built houses, but they took down all the trees that were probably there. Our property was the only one that still has, I shouldn't say, we still have a lot of trees. We did lose a ton, and the experience last night of hearing a tornado, was one of the scariest things I have ever been through. My husband was at home. He works, this is his week to work the night shift, so he wasn't here. We did call him on the phone as we were all together in our master bathroom, which is about the safest place, the only place in our house where we don't have any windows. That one's just got a little tiny one in there. So that's where we all were with the dogs and 3 people, or 4 people, I'm sorry, 4 adults practically. It really wasn't too bad, but we were in there all scared together, crying and praying, and everything took about half hour, 45 minutes. I think we stayed in the bathroom for about an hour and a half just to be on the safe side until the warning had expired, and then we went out to we left, but it was probably about another hour later before the rains went down, so we were able to go outside and check the goats and everything was good. All the goats were wet and shaken up and a little scared themselves, but everybody was good. All their shelters were good. And then today we were discovering, all the damage to some beautiful huge trees on our property. The tops just sheared off. A few smaller trees down, some ornamental trees that I just loved are gone, or they will be after my husband goes at them with a chainsaw tomorrow and we get started. I can't even guess how long it's going to take us, just ourselves, to do all this. We can't really afford a tree service, although I do have friends who have a tree service, and we've asked them to come out and help us with one tree, because it was the top of a gigantic oak tree that the top was sheared off, but it is stuck in the lower branches. A little scary for us to try to get out, and it's going to be about a week before they can even get to us, because they are helping people get trees off their houses, which is much more of a priority. And we are so thankful that we had absolutely no damage to our house at all, except for some little soffit damage where some wires were pulled out. Other than that, we are good. We just lost lots of trees, and yeah, definitely the goats ate well today. and I'm exhausted from picking up pieces of mostly pine. Oh gosh, it's like everywhere. It's like a minefield trying to get to my soap studio in the dark, even after working all day on getting it cleaned up. And we will do it again tomorrow and probably for many, many more days to come. And you can check out the video of a little bit of the damage when I first went out this morning, but needless to say, we found a lot more as we explored our property, more trees down, more things we're gonna have to do, but we will have much more clearer property. And we just ordered a DR trimmer mower with a beaver blade to help us cut some down, some of the littler ones, so we can get to the bigger ones that are down, so that we can get them cut up. But anyway, so that was our day. We hope that it definitely distracted us from any kind of coronavirus. And I think our whole neighborhood was distracted and definitely have a lot to do, although our property has more trees down than anybody. So we're going to be busy a lot longer, but we're good and we're so thankful. But anyway, so this turned out so cool, and I am so glad I came out here to do this today. And I hope y'all are well. I hope you are enjoying the videos. If you do, please hit the like button. It really helps. Subscribe if you want to see more. And you can check out the video on the damage that shows our farm. I actually wanted to do a farm tour. That wasn't the way I wanted to do it, showing the destruction and how horrible it looks. But we do have plans to make things better after this. It will help us in some ways, and we do appreciate that. So we will see what it looks like when we're done, and hopefully it will be an improvement, and our farm tour will be even better than it would have been before. So anyway, you can check out, you can see some of the goats in our farm and where we're keeping stuff. It's only a little short 5-minute video. You can find it on our YouTube, on our channel. But anyway, please hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more, and let us know how you're doing in all of this. If you've had, hopefully if anybody's local, they fared the storm well. And just let us know how you're doing and what you're doing to keep busy. And we thank you so much for watching and supporting our farm, and we will see you later. Be well.